What up, Spartans, and welcome to an all-new microtransaction. And today we've got a bit of news, big news actually. So if you haven't been keeping up with HCS or the players and stuff like that, there's a little bit of drama. And we want to touch up on some of that here. Something recently that just happened. Sparty from EUnited recently got benched, and to be clear, he did bench himself. And there's some stories behind it, and we're here to talk about it. So without further, he did have a little excerpt that he did go ahead and post on Twitter. We'll give our thoughts afterwards as well, and I would like to just read it down. So I'm going to just go down the list and read it, and then maybe have some questions in between, but we'll go from there. So this is what on his twit longer. This is what he posted. He put, shedding some tears as I type this. As the title states, I'm officially on the bench. I'd like to make it clear that I've put myself here and it was no one else's choice but my own. Before I dive into it, I'd like to make it clear it has absolutely nothing to do with the fine debacle. That is completely separate and has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Leading up to the release of Halo Infinite, I was extremely excited to be part of this organization and be part of the roster. I knew if we put the time in, we could win. We showed that at Raleigh when we finished second. We grinded harder than any other team and obviously fell short to C9, but ultimately we showed up. Moving forward from the event, I was still super excited and confident in my team, and I truly felt we could win a tournament together. Fast forward to 2 weeks later, before Anaheim, just days before the roster lock, I get a random text from Nick at 3 a.m. asking why we're trying to drop him. I'm like, what are you talking about? Come to find out, Ryan is trying to have him dropped for Formal. And for those who don't know, Formal was in that little debacle where he was in between teams and then eventually going to Optic after Optic dropped Pistola.
Well, they benched Pistola.
Yeah. EU management is going along with it as well. I lost full. I couldn't believe such a big change was being done without my knowledge and without my permission. I was baffled. I basically told everyone involved that they were all unbelievable. We just finished second at a major tournament and we were making strides, and 2 weeks before an event you try to have a player replaced without my knowledge or permission. My duo nonetheless. I guess it's a Slayer duo. Ever since then, the entire dynamic of the team has taken a hit. We have little to no faith in each other. Trust is out of the window. Our chemistry is downhill. Our team play, everything. It has shown. And in the streams, it seems that way too. It seems like it's shown a little bit when you watch some of their scrims. To be honest, with everything that has happened, I don't even know how we got third or fourth at Anaheim or Kansas City. After Kansas City ended, I've received offers from multiple teams. Now, it would be one thing if I was just trying to up and leave the team because I wanted to leave and that was the only reason. It's not. I cannot continue to carry on and perform under such egregious circumstances. How do you expect me to perform with turmoil and the team imploding? There's no player that I could envision coming to EUnited that would make me comfortable with the team dynamic, and now knowing how EUnited management is treating me plus putting me in handcuffs, I will not be forced to play on their accord. I play and I compete on my own accord. Nobody else's. I will not be forced to continue playing with a team in a downward spiral. It's not good for mine or anybody else's mental. Chris, he mentions he mentions multiple teams actually. Who are you thinking of? Who comes to the top of your head?
It's FaZe all day. 100% FaZe. With the whole snipe down situation and the rumors of it going to complexity and wanting to go back to Apex, leaving Halo, FaZe is the only team that makes sense. And with having someone of the firepower of Sparty would just perfectly fill that snipe down slot.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. Everyone knows, and FaZe has the money to throw around to just buy people out of the contracts.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But yeah, I would like to see what other teams he's referring to as well. Maybe some minor teams as well in there as well. But I don't know. Anyways, one team I would like to go to, one team I would like to go to, and they're even willing to buy me out, but EUnited is holding me. So I guess there's a team that's reaching out that he's interested in. I'm assuming that's FaZe. That's where you're talking about. That's FaZe.
It's totally FaZe.
EUnited's holding out on him, so they plan on holding him until the end of the contract and not letting me go anywhere. So there it is. I decided to put myself on the bench in order to save myself from unplayable circumstances. I want to win. I want to perform to the best of my ability. I cannot do it under these circumstances. And then he's got a few things where he wants to touch up on some of the players involved here. To Nick, you're good, especially for you're a god, especially for continuing to play the way you have after what you went through. Tim, you've been nothing but a pleasure to the team with every aspect. And Ryan, you are beyond intelligent, and I have learned a ton from you. However, you need to learn to stop shooting yourself in the foot and sabotaging teams. You have done this on countless teams and have been on Wait, you have done this on countless teams you have been on, and it's worked out the same every single time. I truly hope you've learned. And Kyle, I appreciate you stepping in and coaching and consistently having my back on a plethora of topics. You've been a phenomenal coach, and getting to know you was incredible. And then this is the last part. We're coming up to the end here. I am sad that this is what it has come to. Truly, I believe we could have taken it to the top, but in the end, people's words and actions caused an implosion. I truly do not know what this means for my career. I am going to be watching from the sidelines for the foreseeable future until my contract expires, which is 7 days after Worlds in October. This means I will not be able to compete in any of the online pro series that HCS, NA Super, Orlando, or Worlds. My pay is significantly reduced to an unbelievable wage, but you know what? I stand firm to what I believe in. I will not be strong-armed into playing. To all my fellow competitors, I will be cheering you guys from the sidelines. Kick some ass, and I'll be shooting back at you as soon as I can. Hopefully his gun doesn't jam when he's doing that, though.
Come on,
sorry, I had to throw it up there. But yeah, dude. So I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Roller coaster of emotions here. He said he's going offline for a little bit, which I think is great. I think that's perfect. Chris, what do you think? What do we think?
I think it's going when it comes to Ryan Noob, the two teams that he's talking about where he doesn't play against is Sentinels and Cloud9. There's a lot of drama and beef with Ryan Noob and Sentinels that like Snakebite doesn't even like talking about on his streams. Nobody gets asked all the time.
Yeah,
and just the thing with Cloud9, I get Cloud9 because they were becoming a dynasty in Halo ACS. So I get why you don't want to give your strats to the enemy. I'm like, I understand that, but I think at the your strat is your strat.
Yeah,
that's essentially what it is. I don't think it really. I think it only hurts. It doesn't really help.
Right.
But that's me thing personally. And this is very disheartening.
It really is, dude. I really love enjoying like watching him scrim as well, especially after the fines. I've been watching him a lot more. So like
everyone has.
Yeah, everyone has exactly. So. Yeah, man, it's sad. It's sad to see, especially someone with his talent. Hopefully he comes back stronger. Hopefully he comes back with a new team, and hopefully he kicks some ass. I don't know. And and Chris and I have actually we've had Ryan coach some of our plays as well. We have some clips of that, and if anybody's willing, I'm willing to throw that out there as well, just to see how he is. He seems like a stand-up guy, but I don't know how he's on the competitive standpoint. I'm sure it's two different things. When it's time to compete and it's time to just mess around with your friends, that's two different things, right? Two different people. But I think that's just gonna wrap it up here. The only thing I could really have for you, would be EUnite, anything but. Am I right? But I'm gonna leave you all per usual. Would love each other. Take care. But above all else, just be cool. We'll see you next time, Spartans.